Welcome to this week's Explainer. Today we're jumping straight into our career spotlight of the week. This is where we look way beyond the standard, obvious choices and track down the careers that are literally shaping the future.
Which is exactly what I need right now, to be honest. I'm 16, I'm standing at this massive crossroads for my Class 11 subject selection, and it is super overwhelming. I really don't just want to blindly copy what all my friends are doing.
So, what exactly do we have lined up for this week's Spotlight?
Well, we're taking it back to the basics. The whole idea here is matching incredible, real-world careers to your actual natural abilities, rather than just throwing random job titles at you and hoping one sticks.
At Aspire Roots, our entire philosophy is about discovering the absolute right fit, not just following whatever trend is popular right now. We really want to get you on a path that genuinely matches your strengths. And this week, our spotlight shines on a completely fascinating space, the exact intersection where biology and engineering collide.
Wait, biology and engineering? Those sound like totally different worlds to me. What exactly is this career?
It's called Biomedical Engineering. And simply put, it's the field where engineers actually design the machines, the devices, and the tools that doctors use to treat the human body. Think about it like this. Doctors do the healing, but biomedical engineers, they build the tools that make that healing possible in the first place.
Okay, hold on. Does that mean I have to go to medical school? Like, do I have to become a doctor and actually perform surgeries? Because I am not great with blood.
Oh no, not at all. You literally never perform surgeries. Picture an old ECG machine in a small government clinic, right? It prints out this massive paper roll, it's clunky, and it takes ages. Now contrast that with those ultra-modern, super portable ECGs you see in ambulances racing through Bengaluru or Chennai today. They read a patient's heart rhythm in seconds.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. So, an engineer built the modern one?
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. But what does a biomedical engineer actually do on a normal, day-to-day basis?
Let's look at a real-world example. Meet Rohan Kulkarni. He works at a medical device company right here in Bengaluru. It's a typical Monday morning, and suddenly, he gets an urgent call from a city hospital's ICU. A ventilator is sounding a critical alarm, and the nurses are incredibly stressed because they're fearing a life-threatening fault with the machine. Rohan rushes right over.
Now notice, he doesn't touch the patient at all. He goes straight to the machine. Step 1, he checks the sensors against his calibration standards. Step 2, he traces the whole issue down to this tiny, microscopic pressure drift. Step 3, he recalibrates the system and runs 3 completely clean safety cycles. And finally, Step 4, he writes up a detailed report for the hospital. Boom, he stopped the alarm, solved the panic, and kept the patient safe.
Wow, okay, that sounds intense. I don't know if I could handle that kind of pressure. What kind of natural skills do I actually need to do something like that?
It definitely takes a very specific blend of traits. You absolutely need sharp problem-solving skills and extreme attention to detail, like being able to spot that tiny pressure drift Rohan found. You also need a genuine curiosity about human biology, endless patience for rigorous safety testing, and honestly, most importantly, clear communication. You have to be able to explain complex tech issues simply to the doctors and nurses.
Okay, yeah, that actually sounds a lot like me. Getting super practical for a second, though. What exact subjects should I be taking in Class 11 and 12 to actually prepare for this?
You're going to need a really robust mix of the hard sciences and computational skills. We're talking physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology, the classic PCMB combo, plus computer science. Think of it this way. You have to understand the biological body, the math to calculate its mechanics, and the code to run the software that monitors it.
That is a tough combo, for sure, but it sounds super rewarding. But what about actual jobs? Is there a strong demand for this career right here in India? Oh, a resounding yes. It is literally one of India's fastest-growing engineering fields right now. Big device makers like GE Healthcare, Philips Innovation, Scanray, and Tributron are actively fighting for top talent. And it's not just tech companies. Major hospital chains like Apollo, Fortis, and Narayana are hiring biomedical engineers directly in-house to maintain and upgrade their life-saving tech.
And globally, the demand is skyrocketing. Aging populations in places like Japan, the US, and across Europe mean there is a massive growing need for better prosthetics and advanced diagnostic tools over the next decade.
Wow, okay. So the job security is definitely there, both in India and globally.
I'm really inspired, but I'm still a bit skeptical. Can a young student's idea actually make a massive real-world impact in a field like this? Or is this innovation stuff just reserved for, industry veterans with decades of experience?
Okay, let me share an absolutely amazing fact with you. Meet Rajat Jain. Not too long ago, he was a student in Dehradun, exactly like you. He had an idea, built a working prototype, actually pitched it on Shark Tank India, and pulled off something incredibly rare. He scored a deal with all 5 sharks.
No way, all 5? What on earth did he build? He invented a device called Spandon. It's a pocket-sized ECG device that literally fits in the palm of your hand and connects directly to a standard smartphone. He took that massive, old-school, clunky machine we talked about earlier and shrank it into a brilliant, portable powerhouse.
And the best part? Today, Spandon is actively being used in remote rural clinics that never had access to this tech before. It's deployed in city ambulances, and it's even utilized by the Indian Army. He literally took a classroom idea and turned it into a device that is saving lives all across the country right now.
So, biomedical engineering is basically that magical meeting point where your curiosity turns into machines that heal. It's for someone who truly wants their life's work to matter.
Next time I see a hospital room just full of machines keeping people alive, I'm definitely going to wonder who designed them. And maybe one day it could be me.
Exactly. Hit the nail on the head. Thank you for joining us on this explainer, and remember to keep exploring your potential.